You are welcome to my YouTube channel. You are welcome once again. How is business? How is life? How is everything? So today we'll be talking about 13 things I wish I knew before I started my provision business. 13 things I wish I knew before I started my provision business. That is what we'll be discussing today. Many of us might have been in this business, and some people are still thinking of how to start their own business. That is why this video is meant for you. After which I discovered that I started the business and the business has already grown, I now observe that there are some 13 things that I ought to have done. If I knew those things before I started my provision business, I would have gone faster than the way I am. I would have gone to higher positions than the one I am now. But let's quickly consider the 13 things I would have done, or 13 things you should do before you start that provision business of your own. Remember, I always say that provision business is a very lucrative business in Nigeria. 13 things you must do before you start that provision business in Nigeria. Number one, you need to first develop a strong business idea. You need to develop a strong business idea. Strong business idea in what way? You consider several businesses. But here we are discussing provision business. In provision business, you first decide, am I going to make the business a retail provision shop or a wholesale provision shop? So those are some of the things you need to consider even before you start that business. So after knowing the idea behind your business, the next thing is for you to conduct your market research. Market research. You go outside, you go and know more about provision business and how provision business thrive in that particular environment where you are. You need to know how the business is faring in that area. You need to do your research very, very well, because this will determine the growth and prosperity of your business. If you don't want your business to die, this will determine that. You need to do your market research very, very well. Know the products that are selling. Know which products to sell. Where to get them at cheaper rates. How to get them and how to sell them. What is the selling price of those products in your area? You need to be familiar with all of this before you think of joining or establishing the business. The next one is we are going to create a business plan. That is number 3. Create a business plan. You need to create a business plan for your business. What are the things you want to be doing? I'm very sorry to say this. Many of us in Nigeria and in Africa, we don't usually do business plan before we even start a business. That is not right. As a businessman, you that is planning to make your business a global brand, to make your business a very big and large enterprise or business, you need to know that you need to have a business plan. This business plan will guide you. It will be as a guide in your business. You will not do anything outside the business plan. Although this business plan can be modified depending on you, the owner, and things that you discover that your business need at a particular point in time. So this might make you to alter the business plan. But it's very good as a starter, as a beginner, to have a business plan. Or you're already in the business, you don't have a business plan, make sure you do that. The next one is register your business with the CAC. You register your business after you have drawn the business plan. You will register it with the CAC in Nigeria. CAC simply means Corporate Affairs Commission. Corporate Affairs Commission, they are the body that is saddled with the responsibility of registering a business in Nigeria. You need to align yourself with them, register with them, if you really want to build a very great and mighty business in Nigeria. You need to also register with FIRS. FIRS. You want your business to be great. FIRS. FIRS simply means Federal Inland Revenue Service. FIRS. You need to register with them also so that you will get your TIN. TIN is an acronym for Tax Identification Number. Once you register your business, the next is to register with FIRS, Federal Inland Revenue Service, and obtain your tax identification number, popularly referred to as TIN, tax identification number. That is the number you will use whenever you are paying your tax to the Nigerian government. The next one is you need to obtain some business permits or licenses. This one varies from local government to state, depending on the state where you are planning to establish your business. You need to obtain some licenses, some certifications, business permits that will allow you to operate. You will not be disturbed. Your business might be a business that have organization in your area. If they have a group, you need to align yourself with them so that they will not disturb you. You need to align yourself with the local government tax authority so that you pay your tax to them so that they will not disturb you in your place of business. So you need to obtain those licenses so that you are not disturbed. Another thing, which is number 5 now, I think. Okay, number 7, you need to hire a lawyer. Before you begin your provision business, you need to hire a legal professional, someone who will help you whenever you have legal issues in your business. So you need to hire a legal professional. You need to hire a lawyer. As a starter, you might not really need a lawyer now, but as the business is growing, you need to have a lawyer to protect you, to protect your business, so that your business will not die early. Another thing you need to consider, which is number 8, is that you need to fund your business. Number 8, fund your business. You need to look for money. Think of ways in which you can get money to start that your provision business. Don't let money be a barrier to you. One of the ways you can source some money is by personal savings. You can save up for this particular business. Another thing is that you can get loans, although I don't usually advise that. But if the need be and you know your location is a very good area where you can easily make the money, you can go for loan from banks or any form of institutions, money borrowing institutions, and get the loan borrowed. You can also get it from friends and family. Those are the ways in which you can fund your business. Whenever you're telling me about funding your business, I'm going to do that in a new video on its own. So the next thing one you do, which is number 9, is that you need to open a business account for your business. You need to open an account for your business in a commercial bank. After you register your business, you get your tax identification number, then approach a bank so that you can get a business account. This business account is very good for business, especially if you are thinking of or you are planning of growing your business, you are growing larger or bigger, or transforming your provision store to a supermarket indeed. So you need to make sure that you have a business account. Your suppliers, they will be very glad and they will take you seriously if you are paying them with not your personal account, but with your business account. They will see you as a serious customer and they will take you first. So it's very good you make use of your business account after you register with the bank. So the next one after that, which is number 10, is for you to secure a location. You need to secure a location for your business. Which area are you going to do the business? You need to get this very, very right. Which area are you establishing the business? Which area are you making the business? If you are making it in areas, you are establishing it in areas like Lagos, You need to be sure of the particular location you want to use, and you move in out all at once to make sure you get the location that you are going to use for the business. Location is very important in this kind of business. If you choose a wrong location, you might not be able to sell as you ought to, and that will affect your business growth. So make sure you are very serious and intentional when choosing a location for your business. The next one is for you to get insurance. That is number 11. You need to get insurance for your business. Remember, if anything happens, your insurance will be able to cover some things. Although it might not be able to cover all, but instead of you to lose everything, your insurance company will be able to help you to cover some losses. That might help you to keep running or to restart the business immediately after the loss. Nobody prays for damages, but whenever they happen, your insurance should be able to cover you. Then number 12 is that you need to create a website for your business. If you are really serious about the business, that you want to grow the business to become a very good and global brand, you need to be serious about your business by creating a website for it. Let the name of your business showcase in the website so that whenever you are printing your banners, flyers, or doing digital advertising, you make sure that you include the website. Your customers and your suppliers will take you serious, especially customers. They will see you as a serious business owner when you create a website for your business. And the 13th one that you must do even before you start the business is for you to advertise your business. You advertise your business. You can use a traditional mode of advertisement, or you can use the online method of advertisement. Make sure you do this. This one is very, very important. You can advertise your business through the words of the mouth by saying it out to people. Tell people around you, I want to establish a business here. Will you buy from me? Will you patronize me? Know their opinions about your business. And this will help your business, especially to get that first magic customers. Today we have discussed 13 things I would do, I would have done if I have known before I started my provision business. 13 things that I would have done, or 13 things I wish I knew before I start my provision business. 13 things I wish I knew before I start my provision business. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, I will urge you to please click on the subscribe button so that you'll be notified anytime we drop our next videos. Thank you. So we have discussed the things I would have done differently if I have known before I start my provision business. Thank you.